This presentation is about German politics. They're colorful, they are complicated, but the system is reliable. Contemporary Germany has a number of characteristics. First, it counts 82 million inhabitants. It is increasingly multicultural, but 10% don't even have German passports. The key industries are automobiles, mechanical engineering, and chemicals. The political system of Germany has certain characteristics. First of all, it is a federal democratic republic. Party competition within the system is made up of representation and accountability of the parties. There are 16 states within Germany. The power is divided between the federal and the state level of government. The federal government has its usual three branches: executive, legislative, and judiciary. Its greatest strength is that decision-making is done by consensus, but its greatest weakness is that there are too much backroom politics. If you look more closely at the executive, you will see that Germany has both a chancellor, the head of state, and the president, a ceremonial position. The legislative branch is bicameral, or has two chambers: the Federal Assembly, also known as a Bundestag, and the Federal Council, known as the Bundesrat. The lower chamber, or the Bundestag, is elected. There are 299 constituencies for 4-year terms. However, half of the representatives are elected directly, this is known as the first vote, and half the representatives are elected from a party list, or the second vote. This system is therefore called the mixed member proportional representation system. And the Bundestag elects the chancellor, controls the agenda, and decides the budget. The president is elected from the biggest party, and coalition governments are common. In this table, you will see, since 1949, the number of representatives elected to the Bundestag by political party. The upper chamber, or Bundesrat, is made up of state governors and ministers. These are appointed by state cabinets and not elected, and the number of representatives depends on the population of the state. There are usually 3 to 6 representatives per state. This section discusses the political parties of Germany in general, and then specifically the Social Democratic Party, the Greens, the Federal Democratic Party, the German National Democratic Party, and the Christian Democratic Union, Christian Social Union Party. German political parties represent a rainbow of ideologies. There are 2 major party groupings, however, one center-right and one center-left. They usually mix and match to form a governing coalition, but most often, the Christian Democratic Union and the Christian Social Union have provided Germany with its chancellors. They stand for Christian-influenced ideals. The Social Democratic Party of Germany is its second largest party, and it stands for social justice and workers' rights. The Greens, as you might expect, stand for environmental protection and women's equality, and they were the junior partner in governments in the 1980s and 1990s. The German National Democratic Party is an extreme right-wing party. It operates mostly at the state level and has caused frequent scandals in German politics. The Federal Democratic Party stands for economic liberalism, and it is against strong government regulation. It tends to represent the interests of small and mid-sized businesses, and is seen by the population as being the party of the wealthy. The Christian Democratic Union and the Christian Social Union is a dominant center-right party representing conservatism and Christian democracy. Its political stances usually differ only slightly, although the CSU is a bit more Eurosceptic and a bit more regionalist. Elections in Germany are, for historical reasons, very factually based. For example, booths in town squares on the Saturday morning market are there to share information on the political parties. Ads are limited and subsidized, and they are on the issues. And they are up to 5-minute mini documentaries. Turnout in 2013 was 71.5%, and that was considered low for Germany. And parties, not candidates, are central. Many of the characteristics of German politics are actually dictated by the history of the 20th century.